Image resolution and size. Hello dear friends, we continue to study Adobe Photoshop. Today we continue talking about pixels and resolution. As you already remember, a raster image consists of pixels, such small multicolored squares that become visible at high zooming in. An image consists of pixels in the same way that all living creatures consist of cells, and it is the number of pixels that affects the image quality and affects what we call resolution. Resolution is a measure of the clarity of the details of a raster image, and it is calculated in pixels per inch. The more pixels per inch, the higher the resolution. In general, an image with a higher resolution allows you to get a higher print quality, which of course is worth remembering. Obviously, the image on the left side, which has a higher resolution, looks much clearer and more attractive than the image on the right side. Let's see how we can find out resolution of a particular document. So I open the file and we can go to Image, select Image Size and press the Alt plus Ctrl plus I shortcut combination. We have such a sign that indicates the number of pixels in width, height and of course resolution. Right now you see a resolution of 300 pixels per inch. I would like to draw your attention to the fact that there is a certain rule about resolution. If we want to prepare a picture for printing, then we should have a resolution of 300 pixels per inch. But if this picture is shown on the internet, then 72 pixels per inch is enough in this case. In addition to the resolution, here we also see the file size in width and height. That is, it turns out that we have 4667 squares of pixels in height and 7000 pixels in width. And if we multiply these two values, then we get what is called the image size in pixels. And this is the number we get as a result of this multiplication. And now let's see why we need to know about this. Of course, there are a lot of reasons and a lot of situations in which this information can be useful. But we will consider the simplest daily situations. Let's suppose you are choosing a photo for your desktop. Let's suppose you are choosing a photo for your desktop. Let's suppose you are choosing a photo for your desktop. And in this case, you need to pay attention to what resolution your monitor has. And in this case, you need to pay attention on what resolution your monitor has. What size in pixels, in width and height. One of the most common sizes is 1920 to 1080 pixels. But of course, your monitor may have another resolution. Your task is to compare the size in pixels in width and height accordingly to your monitor settings and the image you want to use. Because if the picture turns out to be smaller than the resolution of your screen, it will lose completely all its attractive features, because it will become less sharp and less clear. And if the picture is very small, then we can face with the pixelation. Well, you already know how to see the effects of the picture. Also, if the image is larger than the resolution of your monitor, then nothing bad will happen. The picture will adjust to the size of your monitor without losing in quality, sharpness. Also, you should note the following. The higher the resolution and the larger the size of the image, the more it weighs. There is another important rule. If you are creating an image for demonstration on electronic devices, then in this case you set the resolution to 72 pixels per inch. And if you plan to print your image, then in this case the resolution should always be 300 pixels per inch. In the next lesson I will tell you about how all the parameters are set when creating a file. Then we will look at where the resolution parameter is specified. And your homework for today will be to remember that the more pixels in 1 inch of your image, the smaller they are, and the higher its quality. And of course, you should always try to use the image of the best quality. Don't forget that you use 72 pixels per inch that you will look at on the screens, and this will be enough. and you need to set 300 pixels per inch for printing. Well, that's actually all I wanted to tell you. AIM School was with you. We are waiting for you in the next lessons.